Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new cosmic monster, Rody. This monster is the exclusive Golden Pass monster of Season 6. Huge shout out to Social Point for giving me the chance to make this exclusive first look. I was given all the cells, all the food I need to feed this monster. Any gems I use will be reimbursed. And let me just tell you, there's a lot of hype around this monster because she is pretty darn powerful. Rody grew up in a stormy plain that served as a playground to Tempest and General Uria, who had little competitions there. She was used to being hit by their loose lightning rods, but one day something else hit her. A stardust rock which cracked open when it came into contact with the thunder energy covering Rody's body. After that, she became a living lightning rod. This monster is a spirits monster of female and a good legions. There's quite a bit of good competition in those books, but this monster might become one of the main go-to monsters in those books. Let's start off with the power stat. This monster has a power stat of 7392, which is a little less than average, but that doesn't matter. This monster is by no means an attacker. The life stat is 69,971, and what you should know is that if it's under 70k, it's typically very low. This is actually the third lowest life stat, tied with monsters like Ulrika, Laserbeam, Henrich, Leaderless, Kaguya, Spawny, so very low life stat for cosmic monsters. However, that doesn't matter because, spoiler, this monster can actually hold the revival lesson, so if this monster dies, you would actually come back to life. What is important about this monster is the speed stat, 5896. Overall, this is the 6th highest stat in the game. It is tied with stats like Master Masher, Ulrika, Witchcat, and Black Feather. Of those monsters I mentioned, you would notice Master Masher does corruption and stamina leak. Witchcat is another corruption monster. Black Feather is another corruption monster. They're all corruption possession monster. That's crazy. So this is like a denier speed stat. So Rody is also a denier, and what you're gonna see is that this monster stamina drains and does CDA. So quite impressive. I think this monster is actually faster than most other CDA monsters out there. Yeah, I just checked. Henrich and Kodama, for example, have a speed stat of 5841, and then Aerobot has a speed stat of 5874. So this monster can activate CDA and is faster than them. And then where things get more impressive is the traits. Specifically what I like is that unranked, this monster has the True Vision trait, meaning your precision is doubled, meaning you are not missing your attacks. All of your attacks are going to land. You don't have to worry about, oh, is this attack going to land? Is it going to miss? Nope. Thanks to True Vision, your attacks are 100% landing. I rank 1, you get energized, which in my personal opinion, I don't think it's that significant. You get 20% more stamina. So what? Monsters start off with 280 when they're fully maxed out. 20% of that, you're over 300. I guess it depends. I haven't seen if the stamina skills, if the stamina cost of these skills is that expensive. So we'll explore that, but I don't think it's that significant. At rank 3, you also get a stamina leak, so you can apply stamina leak to all the enemy monsters at the start of the battle. Obviously, if there's a Megataunt monster, Megataunt just absorbs it. If there's no Megataunt, then that's nice because already from the get-go, you found a way to drain stamina. Not to mention, this monster has stamina draining skills, so powered with that stamina leak, powered with the relics like in Stain Dramina, you're good to go. What I will say is that this monster is extremely susceptible to basically everything, right? Typically, monsters have a harden trait, so even in that case, like RNG, 20% of the time they don't get hit with negative effects. This monster's like, nope, hit me with everything. You want to freeze me? Go for it. You want to stun me? Go for it. You want to possess me? Go for it. I'm happy. You want to land your daze, your blind? Again, good thing this monster has True Vision, but still, you want to apply dots? This monster will take it all. Alright, so let's take a look at Rody's skill sets. Deals moderate thunder damage to one enemy, removes 50% of stamina, and that is on a 0 cooldown, so even if you do get hit with CDA, you at least can drain 50% of stamina. We have Dielectric Leak, deals low thunder damage to enemies, applies stamina leak. It is 0 stamina, 0 cooldown, so if you have no stamina, if you got hit with CDA, you can at the very least apply stamina leak. It does deal damage, so if your relic still isn't triggered, for example, if you're holding the Pump Seed Staff, this monster can't hold the Staff relic, you would be able to use Pump Seed Staff plus an additional stamina leak. I actually don't think it's worth running though. I don't think, even though it's spammable, I don't think you get a lot of benefit out of it. Unstable System deals low thunder damage to enemies, applies shock and stamina leak. So honestly, with all the extra turner monsters we have, Steam Wrath just got released, can pretty much attack endlessly. I think Shock is becoming more and more powerful, which is why we're seeing Shock on a lot more monsters. So this monster can essentially deal with extra turners. So potentially useful. You also apply Stamina Leak on top of that. Only has a 1 turn cooldown, 19 stamina cost. Removes 100% of stamina from one enemy. 1 turn cooldown, so you can use this every other turn. Actually, this monster has an extra turn skill, so you can literally do Blackout, and the next turn do your extra turn skill and Blackout again. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. Polyphase System deals low thunder damage, activates all cooldowns. That is your AoE CDA. So again, this is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the fastest CDA monster we currently have in the game. Cascading Failures removes 100% of stamina, gives 1 extra turn. Okay, how cool is this? if you were to do Blackout on one turn, on the next turn you can do Cascading Failures and Blackout. So essentially in a matter of 2 turns, you would have 100% stamina drain the whole enemy team. That's pretty cool. So we have 200% stamina draining skills. Single phase AC deals moderate thunder damage, activates all cooldowns, and applies stamina leak. So you have single target CDA. So this could be useful if you're ever facing like a Lord Platypus who happens to go first, who did his AoE dodge area skill, or his team dodge area skill. This could be a way to single target. So you have single CDA. You have single stamina drain, single CDA. And then Overhead Conductor removes 50% of stamina from all enemies and applies shock. Again, really great skill because not only you're stamina draining, but it's a really great way to deal with all the extra turns in the game. In terms of skill set, this is by far one of the best skill sets I've seen. Like, you have answers to a lot of stuff. You have stamina drain, and you also have CDA. I can also see this monster being a really good Infinite Gauntlet monster because you have access to the Revival Essence, and again, you have access to staffs. Whether it be like a Masher Staff, when the turn starts, if where stamina is below 50, you give points to your whole team and remove stamina from the enemies, right, to just Cane of Atlantis to recover stamina from your team, to the Pump Seed Staff to drain stamina. I can see this monster being pretty good in the Infinite Gauntlets, but also Revival. This monster dies, you come back to life. Yeah, so triple Revival teams could use this monster. In terms of skill set, I would say AoE CDA, right? You go CDA across the board. I'm going to go with the extra turn 100% stamina drain. The reason for this is obvious, right? If you battle a monster that's immune to CDA, the fact that you can 100% stamina drain it and then still CDA is super beneficial. Although I will say, it's funny because like this also goes to show you how strong some of the old monsters are. Like one of my main team actually at the moment is Lindworm Fampidastro. Fampidastro, if she gets hit with CDA, she's pretty much shut down. Lindworm is immune to CDA. So the cool thing is, if I face this monster on defense and I'm using my Lindworm and my Fampidastro and this monster goes first and does the 100% stamina drain on my Lindworm, gets an extra turn, and then does AoE CDA, honestly, it doesn't matter. Lindworm can hold Cane of Atlantis, so I recover stamina, then I do revert events on Fampidastro and let her go wild. She can also hold Charging Banner, so it doesn't even matter that stamina got drained. So, it just goes to show you how powerful some of the older monsters are. Even though newer monsters are getting released that have pretty good skill sets, there's a lot of countering going on. Alright, so we have this. I am going to go ahead and say another good skill to have. Let me see. As much as I like the 100% stamina drain, I think probably single CDA is the way to go. Oh gosh, actually, this is really hard. I'm going to say, let's see. We want to do Overhead Conductor, yes, because again, there's so much extra turners that you probably do need a shock skill in your arsenal. Removes 50% of stamina, so activate cooldowns, 50% stamina. This will not trigger your relic, so if you have like a Pump Seed Staff, it is not getting triggered because it doesn't deal any damage. Activates cooldowns, stamina leak, and shock to everyone. This one would trigger your Pump Seed Staff. I think this monster is more the monster that you do depending on the situation. This is more of a war monster, I would say, than a PvP monster. Let's see, stamina leak to everyone, 50%, removes 100% of stamina from one enemy on a one-turn cooldown. I kind of feel like CDA is a little more powerful. It does, these are more hefty on the stamina, 44, 43, 35, and 40. If you do the extra turn skill, that's 43, and then the AoE, that's 44, so that's 87. You have 280 stamina to begin with, but then there's a lot of stamina draining relics. It's kind of hard picking on the skill set. I think, yeah, this is more so the monster that you swap the skills depending on the specific situation. For PvP, I don't know how necessarily good this monster will be. I just gave a case that on defense, I think it's easy enough to counter, even though this monster has revival. In terms of offensive PvP, I think the unfortunate case is that Megaton still dominates the battle, so if you wanted to go 3 speed with this monster, it wouldn't work out because this monster cannot do anything to Megaton bases. So this monster, you're going to have to run the same way you would run a Tabora Kodama base, right? It's basically Tabora, this monster, next in the turn order, and then your Megaton monster. So since I'm going to be doing PvP, I am going to run this monster with 2 team speed and a single speed. So 2 team speed and a single speed, just because I'm going to be using it with like Tabora base. But yeah, if there is no Megaton on the enemy side, so again, for war scenarios, by far, amazing skill set. Amazing skill set. On defense, I would be cautious because you are super susceptible to getting denied. So when you're attacking, right, when you have a monster on defense and you're attacking, you can activate the Rune Guard for an advantage. You can swap runes to give yourself an advantage. So I don't know how good. I can confidently say that I'm not a fan of this monster on defense. I think it's easy enough to counter. For offensive purposes, yeah, it's pretty darn good because of the skill set. Alright, so for now, this is the skill set I'm going with, but really I think these 2 skills are just your must-have, and then these last 2 skills, you can pretty much swap it to your situation. Relic-wise, I am gonna go with the... I'm gonna no, Master Staff, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Master Staff because it depends on the wearers for your stamina to be below 50. I still like my Can of Atlantis, but we can swap that around. And for here, I am gonna go Revival Essence. That is not Revival Essence, that is Yamada Essence. We're going to go with the Revival Essence. Ooh, I took it away from Tabora. We're going to level up the monster to level 130. I want to use this monster. Assuming you buy the Golden Legends Pass, the exclusive one, you're going to get this monster at level 130, so I want to showcase it there. So here we go, level 130. And let's test out this monster in PvP. Ooh, I can open that up. My last letterless eggs. Alright, let's start opening this one up. So we're going to change Steam Wrath, and we will put Rody in there. Mythic Thunder. There's Rody. We're going to put Tabora, as I mentioned. So Mythic Earth, Tabora. And for Tabora, we might as well give you your individual Uriel's Essence. And we'll do Megaton. Now, here's the thing. With this specific team, I feel like I lack a win condition. I lack a lot of denial. Or I have a lot of denial, but I lack a good win condition. So let me run a curse so I can just do dots. Yeah, because all this monster does is a lot of denial, right? With that being said, let's click fight and let's see how this battle goes. So I do recognize that the skill set is really good. I've seen some players call this monster overpowered. I don't know if I can go ahead and say it's overpowered because I just don't know necessarily how well it works. So there's my favorite trick. That's a turn transfer. That's CDA. So like I said, first turn is getting rid of enemy Megaton for PvP purposes, and then you're allowed to go. Thanks to True Vision, you do not miss. Oh, by the way, thanks to your Energized, you have more stamina than you normally would have. 288. Oh yeah, that's because I am level 130. So here I can do CDA. Is anyone immune to CDA? Check real quick. Nope, nope, nope. Does anyone have a 0 cooldown skill that scares me? Not that I know of. So I'm going to go with Polyphase System. There we go. Everyone got hit with CDA. That's a 0 cooldown skill. That's why it's still attacked. Let me recharge. I can go into the Curse Stone skill. Alright, apply Curse to the enemy monsters. So the cool thing is, with Curse... Oh, what was that? Oh, this player's running a lot of 0 cooldown skills. Alright, I'm kind of in trouble. Let's reduce damage output. Oh, he's immune to Torture. Moonstruck. Alright, Can of Atlantis kicked in. Alright, this is where, you know what? You've been damaging me quite a bit. Let's go ahead and remove 50% of your stamina. Oh, I also have Overhead Conductor, so bam. 50% stamina with the Curse. The stamina leak at the start of the battle got absorbed by Daedalus, so that's unfortunate. Here, let's get rid of all these dots. You have to recharge. You just died. Let's go ahead and activate cooldowns on Master Masher. Ron's Trap kicks in. I got my ult. I might as well use it. There's an ult there. Yeah, so that's Rodney for you. So again, also for PvP sakes, like I said, the fact that if you're going to battle Megaton, the fact that you need a monster to cleanse on turn 1, you do kind of run into some trouble. Here, let's use a monster I haven't used in a while. Hopefully the enemy doesn't counter me. So Vampirastro is good at removing Megatons. So I'll try using her. And that way I can follow up with my Rodney. And I'm just going to go ahead and go level 137 since she's already broken out. And we'll see what she can do at 137. Let's click fight. So it's essentially dots. Luckily I can also play Nightmares with my monster, so pretty good. Alright, no one there's a huge threat. So in a situation, let's say this was somehow a Team Wars, and I didn't have Vampirastro, then this is a pretty obvious, let me just do CDA right off the bat. And of course, you could have a Pump Seed Staff if you wanted to, but if you do Pump Seed Staff and the CDA, they're going to recharge anyway, so that would be kind of a waste. Here, let's go Spooky. Actually, let's just go dots. Nightmare on the street. Alright, so now we have Nightmares, we have Stamina Leak. Since there was no Megaton, everyone has Stamina Leak. Here, let's Full Fortress. Let's recharge. Can of Atlantis kicks in. Here's my Overhead Conductor. Now they have Shock as well. So again, good way to stop extra turners. There you see the Stamina Leak, the Nightmares, draining some stamina. Let's go Spooky. Let's go Reaper. And let's go Spooky again. Yeah, for PvP purposes, I don't get OP vibes. Again, I do recognize the skill set is good with the 100% stamina drain, the other stamina draining skills, but I just don't get fully like overpowered vibes. I went ahead and ranked her up all the way to 150, so now let's take her to 150. Let's try using her as a 3-speed holder, and let's just hope that no monster is... Let's hope that I'm not battling a Megaton monster, because if I am battling a Megaton monster, I'm in trouble. So again, a war monster, I think it's going to excel being a war monster, but PvP, I don't know. I'm not fully convinced at its PvP potential. Let's go ahead and use Vampirastro as an attacker. So it's pretty obvious, right? It's like running Kodama. It's like running any CDA monster. If you can go first and land CDA and that shuts down the enemy, then you're good to go. I'm gonna get countered by a level 42 legendary. All right, so luckily I can do. Oh wait, it doesn't deal damage. Cascading failures. No, doesn't deal damage. All right, we'll do this single CDA. All right, now I'll get attacked. Nightmare on the Street. So this is actually a good example of why 3 speed doesn't work in PvP with the monster. So it is gonna have to be specifically with like any monster that can remove positive effects, whether it's a Vampirastro, whether it's a Tabora. Utilize whatever you have. Let's put Tabora back in there, and I will go back to running team speed. And then maybe instead of Daedalus, if I do Bomb Beta, I think Bomb Beta's on defense right now, because at least Bomb Beta can also do Sunburn. Monster's good, I think so. Fight, and of course, if you die, you come back to life, so that's pretty cool. So we have Teddy VR, we have Necro, we have Letalus. All right, let's click Fight. Here is my favorite trick: Trade Disable everyone. They all have Stamina Leak. If I had Pump Seed Staff, this could have essentially been 100% stamina drain. Actually, here, let's do Overhead Conductors. And only because I am going to do Curse Stones. And look at how much stamina they lose, 60. So they still get 1 attack in. Alright. I don't think I've had a situation where I've done the other skill. So Cascading Failures, there's that. Here's CDA across the board. Alright, so they're pretty much going to be shut down unless they're running 0 cooldown skills. Actually, the stamina is going to drain. So we're good. Teddy VR, he's going to have to recharge. Yeah, we're good. Alright. We'll do one more attack. Yeah, but skill set, like I said, it's essentially going to be that. It's for sure CDA, for sure the extra turn skill for when you're battling like a Lindworm who's immune to CDA. But again, he can counter with his Cane of Atlantis. Put in that when you need it. Maybe as we get Steam Wrath more in the meta and players start using it, the shock will become a lot more relevant. Yeah, and I think that's it. 50% stamina drain, I don't think so. So like I wish this could trigger with a relic or something. Deals moderate thunder damage, activates stamina leak on one enemy. Haven't really needed to use that much here. Let's click Fight again. And let's see what we encounter on this last attack. Yeah, see, because the PvP meta is always Megaton. So Rodney going first doesn't do much. So you can't get away from getting rid of Megaton before being able to deny. Is anyone immune to CDA? Not that I know of. So CDA across the board. They'll likely be shut down. Here, let's see if I am right. Here, let's apply a dot on them. So recharge. No, Free Claw, 0 cooldown skill. Alright, next we'll go Cascading Failures. Let's hit it on you. And then Overhead Conductors, 50% stamina drain. Curse. So yeah, with this specific team that can do a lot of stamina drain itself, it actually works out. Recharge, and check it out. Yeah, so shutting them down with that. I will say in the Infinite Gauntlet, what you do have to be careful about stamina draining is the enemies can always ult. So I kind of prefer running, like, if I had to Taboro's Sister to do accuracy reduction and then use relics as stamina drain. But to each their own. Alright guys, so with that being said, this has been an exclusive first look at Rody. Once again, huge shout out to Social Point for giving me the chance to make this exclusive first look. Let me know what you guys think about this exclusive Golden Legends Pass monster in the comments below. Do you think she's OP? Do you think she's okay given the meta? Maybe she'll be a lot better in the future? Who knows? Any thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.